Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So we will just continue the problems in module 1. So today I am planning to complete this module. So just take down this diagram. So we are going to discuss the typical questions, right? So you just take down this question. X of t and y of t is given. Draw z of t is equal to x of t multiplied with y of minus 1 minus t. This is the question. So you have to take the two signals. You have to plot the two signals now from the question x of t and y of t. So once you have copied, we will start as per the given expression. So once it is done, just let me know so that we will proceed with the solution. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, x of t you have and y of t in the question. As per the given expression, x of t, I no need to modify anything. So I can keep as it is. So only thing I need to modify is y of t. I need to get y of minus 1 minus t. So I told you should write this in your comfortable order. So if I write, I will write like this, y of minus t minus 1, y of minus t minus 1. I have to use the precedence rule. If I use the precedence rule, first what I will find is, I will find y of t minus 1. As per the precedence rule, I have to first find y of t minus 1. So when I find y of t minus 1, so let me just draw the graph y of t minus 1. So minus 1 means it will be shifted towards the right hand side by one position. So let me plot this x-axis minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So now when I plot, so it is shifted by one position towards the right hand side. So what was there at 1, 2, now will be there at 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And the same structure you have to maintain at the bottom. So it is up to minus 1, minus 1, and at 1, my amplitude is minus 1. So like that I have to maintain it. And then it goes to 0. Then I have to go to the top above x-axis, then I will complete the diagram like this. So is the diagram correct? Is it correct? After shifting, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now, is this sufficient? No, it is not sufficient because my aim is to get y of minus t minus 1. So you know what is the procedure to do minus t minus 1? Minus t minus 1. So minus t means yeah, I have to change the sign of the x-axis. So what was there at minus 1, now it becomes plus 1. So if I do the graph, then I will just label the things here at the left hand side. I will write minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 0, 1, and 2. 1 and 2. So let me just draw the graph. So if I draw the graph, So what was there at 2, 2, 3, here now it comes towards this side. So it comes like this, then up to -1, it is like this, then here like this, then it is like this. So as per the question, above the x-axis the amplitude is 1 and below the x-axis the amplitude is -1. Is the diagram is correct? Y of minus t minus 1, is my diagram is correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now if I get the diagrams, then I can. So I will erase the unwanted thing. I want only two diagrams. One is x of t, other one is y of -1 minus t. So let me keep only the two diagrams which I'm highlighting now, and this and this. So let me do the multiplication as per the question. So I will just draw here. I will just draw the top. Okay, multiplication. So let me write the x-axis -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. See, I told you to consider the time, means two between the interval. I told you to consider. So if I see the two diagrams, my first diagram I have the signal from -1, but here in the second diagram I have the signal from -3 itself. But when I multiply, I definitely do not get up to -1, because here I have in second diagram -3, -2, -1, I have some signal, but here I do not have any signal. So if I multiply the on signal into off signal, the answer is off signal only. My output will be 0. So from where I have to concentrate much is I have to concentrate from -1 to 0. So here also I have the signal from -1 to 0. So I have told in the earlier class itself how to solve this type of things. So -1 to 0, I am considering the interval -1 to 0. So I will see in the very first diagram -1. What is the amplitude? Can anybody tell me? What is the amplitude in the first diagram? -1?
0.
0. And see, this diagram is growing. So in the middle range, what is the amplitude? It will be minus of 0.5, minus of 0.5, and the maximum value is -1. The maximum value is -1. Similarly, I want you to see the second diagram and tell me at -1, what is the amplitude? At -1, the amplitude is
-1.
-1, and at middle range, the amplitude is the same. So it is throughout it is same, -1 and -1. Okay. So now as per the question, I have to multiply it. So when I multiply, this becomes 0. So I'll be getting 0.5 into 1 is -1 is plus 0.5 plus 0.5, and here if I multiply, it is 1. So now I have to show that in the final signal. So in the middle range, I'm getting the amplitude as 0.5. So let me mark point. This is 0.5. Let me mark this is 0.5, 0.5, and this is 1. This is 1. So in the middle range, my amplitude is 0.5. That means here it is 0.5, and at 0 it is exactly 1. So I'm just plotting now. I'm just putting the dots here. I'm just putting the dots, and at -1, I know that the answer is 0. So let me consider that also. At -1, my answer is 0. So you can see in the graph, so I am getting 3 dots. I'm getting 3 dots. So the only possibility is joining these dots. So I will get the triangular signal like this. Are you following? Any doubts in this? So at -1, the amplitude is 0. I plotted 0. And at the middle range between -1 and 0, I got the amplitude as 0.5. So I plotted 0.5. And at 0, my amplitude is saying it is +1. So after putting all the dots, if I connect, I will get the signal like this. Now can we go to the next interval? So what is the next interval? What is the next interval? Anybody? My next interval is what? 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Am I audible or not? No one is replying.
Yes, ma'am.
0 to 1. Can you tell me in the very first diagram? In the very first diagram, tell me what is the amplitude at 0? In the very first diagram, the amplitude is
0.
0 only. What is the middle range? What is the middle value? The middle value is 0.5. And at 1, exactly what is the amplitude? It is 1. Okay. Now in the second diagram, if you see, the second diagram, I want you to see between the interval 0 to 1. So between the interval 0 to 1, is the amplitude is same throughout? Can you see the diagram? It is 1 only. Am I right here? So now if I multiply this 0 into 1, it becomes 0. And then if I multiply this 0.5 into 1, it becomes 0.5. And if I multiply this 1 and 1, your answer is 1. So now between 0 and 1, now I have to accumulate all these amplitude values. So at 0, my amplitude is 0. So I'm just plotting 0. At the middle range between 0 and plus 1, middle range, my amplitude is 0.5. So I'm plotting 0.5. I'm just putting dot for 0.5. 0.5. And then at 1, my amplitude is 1. At 1, my amplitude is 1. So I'll just connect everything. So I have to close the diagram. So I'm just closing the diagram like this. So now can anybody tell me 1 to 2 interval do I need to consider? 1 to 2. The interval 1 to 2, do I need to consider or not? No. Why?
Because y of minus t minus
0.
2 is 0.
Yes. Very good. Very good. So only in the first diagram you have some signal. In the second diagram you do not have anything. Since it is a product, we are neglecting it. Remember, if it is addition, we cannot neglect it. I hope you understood. So in all the diagrams also you can use this interval concept. Between two intervals you can take and you can analyze the amplitude. So if it is an addition operation, you can add it. If it is a multiplication operation, you can multiply it. I hope I made you understand any type of signal. If it comes in the exam, you will be able to do it without any confusion. Okay. So I'm showing my final answer in my notes. So this is your answer. Can I proceed further? Everyone completed? Can I go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now, see today we are just solving all different unique problems, not the repeated one. See, I have already forwarded my notes in the classroom app. You have still some more problems which is not done in the class. Those problems you can do it by yourself and you can copy in your class notes. Okay. So now take down this question. This is a unique problem. Why I'm telling it as unique? Because here x of n they have given, which is equal to h of 3n. H of 3n multiplied with delta function. See in earlier problems we know u if it comes, u of n if it comes, we know how to do it. Even if ramp signal r of n if it comes also, we know how to do it. But in this problem, they have given delta of n minus 1. So this is a little unique. So we will see how to solve this. The question is a discrete time sequence h of n. So that means the question is given, h of n is given. A discrete time sequence h of n is shown in the figure. So the diagram which is shown here, it is h of n. So shown in the figure, sketch the signal. Which signal I have to sketch it? I have to sketch x of n is equal to h of 3n multiplied with delta of n minus 1. So they do not give the diagram for delta because we know how the diagram will be there for delta. So they have given only h of n. So as per this question, I have to find first h3 of n. That we will do it later. So since it is a discrete time signal, you won't feel difficult in multiplication or in addition because the signal is not continuous. So for each time, you will be having the separate amplitude. So you find easy. The operations are easy in discrete time compared to the continuous time. So I want you to just plot this question, h of n, and let me know, we will start the solution. Yes, is the question copied?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now, what we will do is h of 3n, we will do it later because h of n is there in the question. We don't know what is delta of n minus 1. So first let us plot what is delta of n. So delta of n, I told number of times when I discussed the theory, delta function will be having, even this we have discussed under the elementary signal, I guess. So the delta function will be having the amplitude only at 0. Other than 0, the amplitudes, non-zero values of n, see your x-axis is n, other than n is equal to 0, at all other places, it will not have any amplitude. So this is the diagram of delta of n. So this you have to remember, like u of n, you know how to plot u of n. U of n means like this. So positive side, you will be having the amplitude. You will plot like this. The same way, you should know delta of n means how to plot it. So delta of n, I am repeating, it will not have any bandwidth. So that's why it is called as an impulse. So delta of n is an impulse. Impulse means you do not have any bandwidth here. You have just a single line, that amplitude at n is equal to 0, the amplitude is 1. At all other places, your amplitudes are 0. The samples are 0. So once I have completed delta of n, as per the question, I don't want delta of n, I want delta of n minus 1. So delta of n minus 1 means you all know very well, we have to perform the shifting operation. Since it is minus 1, you know where we have to shift it. We have to shift towards the right hand side by one position. So you can see here in my screen, I have shown the shifting. So I have shown the shifting now. So now I have a sample only at n is equal to 1. At all other places, it is 0. Up to this is fine. So what else we need to do it to get the complete signal x of n as per the question? So somehow I could get delta of n minus 1. I could get it. But in the question I have h of n, but I need h of 3n. Can anybody tell me h of 3n how to do it? H of 3n? Yes, h of 3n. 3n means, will it be a compressed signal or it is an expanded signal?
Compressive.
Compressed signal. Very good. Compressed signal. So you know the operation, what we have to perform? 4 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3, 2 divided by 3, 1 divided by 3, 0 divided by 3. Similarly, this side 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3. So in this, what and all sample values will be eliminated? Can I say 4 by 5 is eliminated because it is not a whole number? And 3 by 3 definitely we will consider because it is a whole number when you do the division. So this we will consider. 2 by 3 also will be eliminated. 1 by 3 also will be eliminated. At 0, I have the whole number 0 by 0 is 0. So this will be considered. And at the right hand side, 1 by 3 is eliminated. 2 by 3 is eliminated. So 3 by 3 will be considered because 3 divided by 3 is equal to whole number 1. So this we will consider. 4 by 3 is also eliminated. So now eliminating everything, I will draw my final signal of h of 3n. H of 3n. H of 3n. So as per the diagram, I should have minus 1. 3 minus 3 by 3 is minus 1. So minus 1. And as per the tick mark, I have the next n value is 0. And at the right hand side, my next n value is plus 1. So now I can complete the diagram. So at minus 1, what is the amplitude? It is minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 divided by 2. Similarly, at plus 1, here it is plus 3 by 2. So this is my H of 3n diagram. H of 3n diagram. So now, after this, can you multiply H of 3n and delta of n minus 1? Yes, I want you to tell me the final signal, how it will be. So I'm just going to plot my final diagram here. Final diagram.
Only 3 by 2.
Only 3 by 2. At what value of n bar? That is very important.
1, ma'am.
At 1. So at 1, I will be having 3 by 2. Remaining places, because of multiplication operation between h of 3n and delta of n minus 1, so everything becomes 0 except n is equal to 1. So this is my final diagram. I have to plot my y-axis. Y-axis is x of n, and I have to plot my x-axis. It is n. So I am showing the samples. The other places I can show it is a bubble because it is 0. Okay, I can show there is a bubble or there is a dot. So I have the sample only at this place. N is equal to 1, 3 by 2. So I hope always discrete time signal problem is very easy. So when you attend the exam, main exam, okay, if you have a choice between two questions, or operation, or question means first question in first module, first question you may get question in continuous time signal, or ORR in the second question in the same module you may get questions in discrete time. So I'll ask you to prefer discrete time signal question because finding the amplitudes or calculations are very easy in discrete time compared to the continuous time. See, continuous time means, you know, how we have done in the earlier problems, we have to take the interval, and between each interval, we have to take 3 different amplitudes. One at the starting range of the interval, and second one at the middle range of the interval, and third one at the ending range of the interval. So 3 different amplitudes we have to take, and then we have to perform the multiplication or addition as per the question, and then we have to plot it in the final graph. So that is little bit tedious compared to the discrete time signal problems. Okay, so I hope today you have learned the new signal delta of n. So how if delta of n expression is given in the question, now you know how to do it. So in continuation to this delta, we will solve one more problem. So you just take down this problem. A continuous time signal is shown. Find x of t multiplied with delta of t plus 3 by 2 minus delta of t minus 3 by 2. So can anybody tell me how to complete the question with this diagram also? And while plotting the diagram, you tell me what is the difference between the earlier question and this question. Seeing the expression, can anybody? Tell me, can you get me the answer? Are you finding some change in the question or not? Morning first hour, I am not getting interactions. Ambika, what is the change, ma'am, in the question?
It is a continuous time signal.
ಇದು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕರಿಬೇಕಾ? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ತಾನೆ? See, subjects like signals and systems, control systems, there should be two-way communication, ma. Not only to you, I am telling to everyone. There should be two-way communication. It should not be a one-way communication, like only from teachers to students. Okay. So have you all plotted this graph?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So now x of t is there outside the bracket, so we do not have any problem. X of t, we will not disturb it. But to get y of t, I should get delta of t plus 3 by 2 minus of delta of t minus 3 by 2. So first let me complete the bracket term, then I will do the multiplication operation. So to do the bracket term, I don't know delta of t plus 3 by 2. The basic signal only I know initially, that is delta of t. So delta of t, you know how to do it. See, the difference between delta of n and delta of t is I will draw an arrow mark. This arrow mark says it is at t equal to 0, the sample, the amplitude is 1. At all other places, there is no amplitude. So that I will show in the form of dots here. Okay. So delta of n means I would have not used this arrow. Instead, what I would have done, I would have drawn a bubble like this. That is the difference between delta of n and delta of t. Okay. So now I'm just erasing this bubble. I have an arrow mark, that is amplitude 1. So as per the question, let me solve delta of t plus 3 by 2. So plus 3 by 2 means I have. Hello. Mute your.
అర్థమైందా?
Surudeepesh Reddy.
అర్థమా?
Yes, ma'am.
Surudeepesh Reddy, what are you doing? You are disturbing the class. Okay. So I have to shift by 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, when you do the division, 3 by 2 will be equal to 1.5. I am right? 1.5. So 1.5 is delta of t plus 3 by 2. So let me draw delta of t plus 3 by 2. So means if it is plus 3 by 2, I have to shift it towards the left hand side. So let me mark in the time, it is minus 1.5, minus 1.5. At minus 1.5, my amplitude is now 1. So this is the diagram for delta of t plus 3 by 2. Similarly, I want you to tell me how we have to draw the diagram for delta of t minus 3 by 2. So I will just show my screen. Delta of t minus 3 by 2. You all know very well. Towards the positive side, your delta of t diagram, you have to shift it. So when you do the shifting, you can see here. So I have both the diagrams here. You can see one is delta of t, other one is delta of t plus 3 by 2, and other one is delta of t minus 3 by 2. Hey, somebody is Vinay Krishna, what are you doing? You are using annotation. So now, as per the question, I told in all the earlier classes, we cannot perform the subtraction operation. We have to convert the subtraction into addition. So that means plus of minus delta of t minus 3 by 2. I have to now perform minus of delta of t minus 3 by 2. Already I have delta of t minus 3 by 2. Now I want minus of delta of t minus 3 by 2. So if you want minus of delta of t minus 3 by 2, what changes you have to make? Tell me.
Below.
Below. Very good. Below. So I have not separately shown the diagram in my notes. So let me draw for yourself. See, now I'm plotting delta of minus of delta of t minus 3 by 2. T minus 3 by 2. So the sample earlier, the sample was at plus 1.5, the amplitude was 1. But now at 1.5, I am making the amplitude as minus 1 with the arrow mark, minus 1. Okay. So now, if you add now delta of t plus 3 by 2 plus of minus of delta of 3 minus 2, if you add, you just see whether you will get the signal which I am showing you in the screen. Will you get the signal like this, which I am showing you in the screen? Is this signal you are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now successfully we have completed everything. Now we have to perform the multiplication operation. So multiplication operation, you tell me in the main signal x of t, do you have any amplitude at 1.5, minus 1.5 at the left hand side? You compare the diagram of x of t with the final diagram which you have drawn. See, in the question, you do not have anything at minus 1.5. Your graph is starting at minus 1. That means minus 1 to 0 only you have something in your x of t. So let me see here in delta diagram. Delta diagram, I do not have anything. See here it is at minus 1.5, there is an amplitude, but in the first question, in x of t, there is no amplitude at minus 1.5. So at that place, there is no signal in the final graph. Even if you see the main question at minus 1 to 0, you have some amplitude, but here at minus 1, you do not have any amplitude. Okay. So when you compare your x of t, or let me draw x of t here for your understanding purpose. So minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So let me just draw the rough graph. Okay. So like this. Okay, let me complete the graph. So now I just analyze it at minus 1. At minus 1 here the amplitude is 0. At minus 1 here the amplitude is 0. So if I multiply, both are 0 only. And the remaining places, since there is no continuous signal, so here 0, it is considered 0. Between minus 1 to 0, everything is 0. And here there is some amplitude. So 0 multiplied with anything is 0. So this proceeds up to the right hand side up to 1.5. Am I right? This proceeds up to minus 1.5 plus 1.5 at the right hand side.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Only at 1.5 you will be getting some amplitude. Because see at 1.5 here the amplitude is minus 1. And at here at 1.5 my amplitude is plus 1. So plus 1 multiplied with minus 1. Plus 1 multiplied with minus 1. What is the answer? We are performing multiplication operation. Or is the amplitude is 2 here in this question, in x of t question, is the amplitude is 2? The highest amplitude is 2 at 1.5. Just check in the question. At 1.5 the highest amplitude is 2. And in delta function, the amplitude at 1.5 is minus 1. So minus 1 multiplied with 2 is minus 2. So my final diagram I'm showing you here in the screen. My final diagram, I'll be having the signal only at 1.5. Your amplitude is minus 2. That's it. So the meeting may disconnect now. It is showing less than 1 minute. I want you to just see whether you understood this problem or not. Is this problem is Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
At the right hand side at 1.